All right. Hello. Good morning, everyone. It's Nancy Rebecca, and it's my normal Thursday morning, 7 a.m. live. I am just now getting to my cup of coffee, and wow, time seemed to just be going kind of slow this morning, and I was really grateful for that. So, hello to everyone who's tuning in live today. I'm really excited about this topic. I'm excited and I'm not excited. It's like, am I ready for it? Am I not ready for it? And I know that all of us think we're always ready for this next level of kind of purging until we actually kind of think about it and we go, what's this going to mean in my life? So that's going to be another conversation we're going to have today. But hello, Yvonne Kilcup from Tacoma, Washington. Hello, Claire. Blessings. Good morning from British Columbia. Hello from Brunswick, Canada, Stockholm, Sweden, San Rafael, California, Portland, Oregon. Hello from the UK, Lake Stevens. Vulcan, Michigan. Now that's an interesting name of a town. Hello from Lakewood in the Philippines, Colorado. Ooh, more Sweden, Warsaw, Missouri, Victoria. Sorry, I'm going on and on and on, but I get really excited. Yorkshire, England, another Tacoma, South Carolina. All right. So here we go. The great thaw, the next blue wave. So I think that I mentioned the last time, I don't know, I mentioned on some video that I was seeing a lot of blue around the earth, and then there was a patch of emerald green. And so in the last couple of days, I hadn't really taken a look at that, but I thought that I would. And this entire talk came out of what I discovered. So I'm calling this the blue light thaw of numbing denial. So you personally or your friends may have noticed that emotions you thought were long gone are suddenly resurfacing, and that the truth you used to hide from are now demanding to be seen. And this isn't a regression, it is a revelation. And do you remember it was about a month ago where everything was like super emotional and there was a lot of tears, a lot of crying, like, what is this? And it's like we're going through a purge. And this one, we're also going through a purge and a thawing. We may be expressing less emotion, but there's a reason for that. Because right now, there's this blue plasma light from the galactic fields are flooding the planet, while emerald green plasma current rises from deep within the earth. These two frequencies, cosmic and terrestrial, are meeting in your human energy field, melting away layers of numbness, denial, and illusion that humanity has carried for eons. This is the thawing of the collective heart. So when I'm talking about when you're numb and you are numb and you're numb, and somebody asks you, how are you feeling? You can often say, fine, great, everything's going swimmingly in my life. But underneath the numbness is and has the potential to be a lot of turmoil. And that's where we are right now. We're getting to the good stuff. And so this blue frequency, if for those of you who are new to me talking about the blue light, when the blue beings, celestial beings of light came in about 8 years ago, they were talking about how this particular blue frequency was going to help this transition into the great awakening or into higher states of consciousness. It was going to help it to be smoother. And I kind of laugh because I'm like, all right, so if this is smooth, what is not smooth? And so, but this blue light is all about dissolving illusions. So, all illusions. And we can just see all kinds of illusions being revealed all over the world. Enhancing truth, really enhancing truth. And some of those truths, it's like we have not wanted to see those. And then what justice, and they've talked about justice and they talk about right and wrong and how this blue frequency will really help bring that to the surface. And some days it feels like we're still waiting for that part. But the blue light that's coming and just saturating the earth right now, it's helping to dissolve denial and numbness. And it's numbing denial is what I am naming this. So, so the blue plasma frequency streams from the higher galactic realms, particularly the Sirian and Pleiadian realms right now. It holds divine truth, photonic intelligence, and crystalline light code. So I've talked about those before. It moves fast, it's electric, it's highly intelligent, this blue frequency. And it's a clarifying solvent for the mind and the soul. And at the same time, we're having this emerald green plasma current is pulsing upward through the earth grids, strong over Eastern Europe. I saw that. The strongest was over Eastern Europe, Mongolia, northern China, and deep beneath Russia, and the lands of the ancient stewards of the earth. This frequency, the emerald green frequency, is slower, richer, deeply cellular, and we need this. We need this deeply cellular emerald green to accompany this beautiful blue plasma. The pulse of this emerald green is like Gaia herself carrying the medicine of compassion, restoration, and remembrance. Where blue descends with cosmic clarity, emerald rises with earthly mercy. Together, they meet in your human body, especially in your heart, where numbness and denial have taken refuge. So let's first begin with the word and the frequency of denial. I'm just trying to see the comments. Wonderful. So I experienced a few weeks ago, it wasn't me personally, I was having clarity about a situation. And so I kept reaching out to this situation and kind of stating a little bit of my clarity. And what kept coming back to me was, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. No, that's not anywhere close to truth. But I just kept feeling this deep truth about what I was experiencing. And then I just kind of decided to just not be relentless is too strong of a word, but gently just touching that wall of denial. Although I didn't know it was denial at the time, because the person was so, and the whole situation was so, they were so clear, crystal clear, that what I was sensing wasn't true. And then the dam broke. And when the dam broke, it really broke. And it was interesting having a conversation and talking about those that were involved in the situation. In that state of numbing denial, they really believed that truth. That truth was as real for them as the truth I was feeling that was opposite of what they were saying. So this is why when I'm talking today, I'm going to talk more about denial and numbing denial, is because when that dam breaks and when the truth is in your face, you do have that that momentary pain, or maybe that pain, that loss, or that clarity. But then suddenly it's like somebody's been holding you underwater and they just lifted their hand and you can finally take a breath. There's this enormous sense of freedom. And so today we're going to do a meditation so that we can start to kind of guided in the meditation to start releasing some of the numbing denial. Now, remember, numbing denial is a coping mechanism. So you only want to release what is helpful and supportive for you, and then you can go release some more next month. So, okay, let's begin with the word denial. Denial is not a moral failing. It's a survival pattern, and it most certainly was in this situation that I'm not talking about. Denial is a defensive mechanism of the mind that refuses or distorts information that is too painful to accept. The mind says, that can't possibly be true, to prevent cognitive collapse. It shows up as rationalizing, minimizing, or projecting. Denial isn't ignorant. It's selective blindness, a filter installed by fear to keep your psyche from shattering. The emotional definition of denial: emotionally, denial creates a temporary anesthetic. It numbs what would otherwise overwhelm us. And beneath it lives grief, shame, fear, helplessness. And the emotional mantra of denial is, if I don't feel it, it can't hurt me. But in blocking the pain, guess what else it blocks? It blocks joy and happiness and freedom and a sense of inner peace and resilience. Psychologically, denial is the psyche's way of preserving identities. It hides what could threaten a self-image, the strong one, the peacemaker, the one who's just fine. And over time, it splits the inner world into compartments. One holds truth, another one hides it. Healing occurs when those compartments can merge under the light of safety and self-love. And when we do the guided meditation, I cannot reinforce enough that I know that we all want to heal yesterday. We want to be healed yesterday. But remember, you only want to release numbing denial at just the right level. And when I guide that meditation, I will keep gently encouraging you, just the right level. So energetic frequency of denial vibrates as a constricted gray fog around the solar plexus and the throat. It blocks communication between knowing and expressing. And the blue plasma frequency now entering our world acts like a photonic purifier, ionizing the fog, allowing truth to pass right through it. It doesn't destroy denial, it simply dissolves it by infusing the light through every gap until transparency can replace the opaqueness, the fog. Joy, Devere, soft, tender, and loving level. Yeah. Let's talk about numbness. Now, numbing is what happens when the system knows the truth. Oh, I just have goosebumps. But it just can't bear feeling it. Mentally, numbing is a protective shutdown. It can be a disassociation where you are on autopilot, a turning down of your sensory volume. The mind says, Let's survive this, not by hearing it, not by seeing it, and not by feeling it too much. And emotionally, numbing is frozen grief. It feels like emptiness, apathy, or nothingness. And beneath that frost lives a storm of emotion waiting to be released. Numbing is absent with weight, the stillness before rebirth, or what I felt as a freedom when this event, this situation that was denied for several years, actually, and when it finally, the truth broke through the numbing denial, it was like everyone could finally breathe. And the situation was not pretty, but it was true. It was truth. Like everybody can deal with the truth when it's finally able to be acknowledged. So psychologically, numbing reflects the free state of the nervous system. When fight or flight are not options, the body becomes immobile. It lowers energy to preserve life. People often call it depression, but I like to describe it more as a sacred pause that comes just before the awakening. Energetically, numbing is frozen light. It's opaque. It's still. It's not moving. Here in the Pacific Northwest, one of the beautiful things we have is thick fog in the fall. And thick fog isn't moving. It's totally still. There's not a wind blowing. And this is how it can feel immobilized. It's suspended. It sits in the root and the sacral and the heart chakra, and it's not negative. It's a life force. Your life force is in hibernation. Okay? Your life force is in hibernation. And when the emerald green plasma rises from Mother Earth's core, Gaia's core, it warms those frozen currents. Its frequency is compassion itself, reminding the body that safety for you is returning and that it's time to feel again. Where blue plasma reveals truth, emerald plasma rehydrates the vitality of life. So here's where there's this dance that happens between those two, and it is completely encompassing the planet. It's like if I kind of project my consciousness, at 30,000 feet above the earth, and I'm looking down, our whole entire earth is saturated right now. And it's saturated because here we are moving in the next couple of months. We're purging, we're cleaning out our closets, we're rising to a new frequency over and over and over again when all we feel like doing is kicking the tires of our car. It's like we are preparing for the winter solstice. We are preparing our bodies for light bodies. There's a lot of prep work going on, but it's just like restoring an old house, like my house that's 130 years old. And the first day the workers were here, they called and said the ceiling just fell in. It's like, yeah, those weak spots need to fall in, need to be shoveled out. So then we can that restoration process. And that's where we're heading towards the end of this year. So the denial and numbing are partners in survival. Denial guards your mind. Numbing guards your heart. And both were gifts when the world was too harsh for full feelings. But now the planetary field is changing. The blue plasma wave of truth and the emerald green wave of compassion are orchestrating a reunion right now, a global nervous system reset. They are clearing illusionary thinking, dissolving emotional frost, and reestablishing coherence between your higher mind and your human heart. So in the coming months, these frequencies will intensify. They're very gentle right now. You may notice stronger emotional tides. You may notice physical detox symptoms such as achy bones, achy muscles, headachy, fatigue. And then you have these moments of sudden clarity, sudden flashes of clarity. You may find that your relationships are shifting as denial can no longer wear the mask what your soul has already known about those relationships for a long time. And this isn't punishment, it's preparation. Humanity's being rewired. You are being rewired to embody truth. So, as the blue plasma dissolves illusion, the emerald green plasma nurtures you into knowing what is real. Because we can see truth, but your body can still be in shock. And so that emerald green, the nurturing of the emerald green accompanying this blue is really, really important. So here you go, right on your paper in big letters, blue clears, green heals. Blue clears, green heals. And together they awaken transparency, the ability to see and feel without collapsing under the weight of life. This is an era where emotional honesty married to cosmic consciousness, the days of passing pain with positivity are ending, and the age of feeling the truth through love is beginning. So before we do the meditation, so I will talk about that numbing denial as it used to be one of my go-to default programs. So I was definitely one of those 20 years ago, 30 years ago that would like, everything's wonderful. It was like in that state of denial that it's like I was looking through denial filters, and in those denial filters, it would only let me see the truth that I wanted to see, that I needed to see for self-preservation. And so that's what happens, is that we look through these filters of denial, and that beautiful energy of denial that's keeping us safe ends up kind of weaving your sight, your clarity, so that you can, oh, don't look that way. Don't see that pile of garbage over there. Let's just look over here, until it becomes too much, too intense, too stressful, to where your energy field just needs to kind of break that glass ceiling. And so, but when it breaks, everything starts moving super fast, because there's this rush. If you think about water, like when the dam breaks and there's this rush of water that comes in, that's maybe flooding the streets of the village, you can't stop it. Well, this is energy. This is what happens in your field. So as you release it, as the dam breaks, it's a rush of fresh, new, uplifting, supportive, illuminating truth of light. It's just a rush of light. And so who wouldn't want that, right? But what happens in that is everything starts moving fast. Life starts moving fast. The changes you need to make in life start moving fast, and almost too fast to incorporate and to integrate, but it's worth it. But still, I want you to be gentle in this meditation. So And remember, you can redo the meditation whenever you feel like a new level of numbing denial is ready to dissolve. So, yes, sun gazer, it is time to clear victimization and realize that all we experience is an opportunity to learn and grow. However, there can be some really strong pain there. But here's the thing. This is what I've learned in the 30 years working as a clairvoyant psychic healer. It takes a lot of energy to hold that pain in place. It takes a lot of energy. It's like trying to hold the lid down on a boiling pot. And then what happens when you take that lid off? Boiling calms down. It's just this gentle rolling of water after that. The bubbling and the knocking of the lid was holding the pressure down. So have a little chat with yourself about this meditation and be gentle. Okay. In this guided meditation, I'm calling it the guided plasma practice, dissolving numbness, denial, and illusions with blue and emerald light. Even if you've never meditated before, I'm going to guide you every step of the way and let your own spirit guide you as well. So go ahead, close your eyes, turn within. During this meditation, let me invite you to take your attention off of everything else that's going on in your life and set your intention that you're going to focus 100% on you right now. This is your time that you don't have to share with anybody else. Set your intention that if I'm holding any numbing denial anywhere in my energy field, known or unknown, it is my intention to release, to dissolve and release what is appropriate for me right now at this time. And let your body know that you're releasing some numbing denial, because your body may start to experience the shifts within the body. Maybe some emotion may come up. And so you just want to reassure your body, you've got this. Just tell your body, I've got this. I know what I'm doing. I'm being gentle. I'm supporting you. Wow, the ripple of kindness to your body is just palpable. It's beautiful. Now greet your higher self. Your higher self is that part of your spirit that resides outside the body, above the top of your head. That's why it's called the higher self. It's also called the higher self because it has higher intelligence and it has higher wisdom. And it has that higher ability to know that you're going to be okay, better than okay, when you start seeing truth about yourself, others, and the world. You're going to be okay. Now imagine you're taking a breath in and out, and this time, rather than in and out of your lungs, imagine that you're taking a deep breath in and it's pulling through the crown of the top of your head a river of electric blue plasma that's very comforting, it's very cooling, it's flowing all the way down, intelligent and alive, flowing through the top of your head. And notice where this light meets resistance or foggy thoughts. Any self-doubt rationalizations. Any places where you may find numbness and denial. And just allow that beautiful blue plasma to just gently dissolve whatever layers are ready to go and leave the rest right now. Let it flow through your head, your neck, your shoulders. Let that beautiful blue plasma flow through your arms, your elbows, wrist, hands, out of each finger. Allow the beautiful blue plasma to flow into your chest, your lungs, your heart chakra. Again, wherever it meets resistance, wherever it seems to stop, just be gentle, be patient. As it melts away, old, numbing denial at a pace that's comfortable for you. Allow the blue to flow down and just flow right through your diaphragm. Sometimes we can, even when we're breathing, it feels like we're holding our breath. Just let that beautiful blue plasma flow through your diaphragm, releasing any resistance, and then right into your solar plexus that's below the diaphragm but above the navel area. This is your power center, where your soul moves down into your body and illuminates through this area. Where is this light? Where is your light being stopped here? And allow the blue plasma to dissolve any numbing denial, any rationalizations, any foggy thoughts. Okay, now allow this blue plasma to flow down past the navel area and fill up your entire pelvic. I call it the pelvic bowl. I call it the cradle of the soul. Allow this blue to flow in that pelvic cradle. Again, anywhere it's met with resistance, allow this beautiful blue plasma to dissolve. Only what is timely and appropriate for you. Ooh, I'm sensing a little nausea with that one, where the body's like, whew, that's a lot of truth coming to the surface. There it goes. Just let it drop right out of your pelvis. And then invite the blue to come down through each hip, out through your upper thigh, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, your feet. And just let that blue flow all the way down to the center of the earth. Now, allow this beautiful emerald green. Remember, blue clears and the emerald green heals. It's like a salve. It's like a warm blanket. Allow this emerald glow to rise from the earth's heart, moving up through your feet, your spine, your chest. It feels lush. It feels nourishing. It feels grounding. When blue meets the green in your heart, allow the two colors to swirl together and allow emotional truth to be expressed through the love in your heart. And tell yourself, I am safe to feel. I am safe to know. I am free to be clear. Rest in your stillness and notice the sensations that are returning to your body of warmth, of maybe a pulsing of light and awareness. As the numbness melts, the denial becomes thinner. You remain soft, alive, and in your truth. All right, when you're ready, go ahead, start to move your body around, open your eyes, look around the room that you're in to reorient yourself. And when you have an opportunity, either now or after the call finishes, to post in the comment section what your experience, how did you feel before the talk and the meditation, and how do you feel now? So I do want to mention I do have a free course that is coming up that I'll be teaching over a few days. And it's the link is in the body below this video, so you can sign up for it. It'll be on, I think, in about 10 days. So here's some daily action steps that you can take. I call it the daily thaw practice. So name one truth that you have avoided, however small it is, and allow blue light to infuse it. At least you can do this every morning as a practice if you want, or once or twice this week. But you want to name one truth you've avoided looking at, experiencing, and breathe blue light into it. Locate one feeling you've suppressed and let the emerald light hold it without judgment. And then you may journal about it. Today, I allow myself to feel, and then name whatever feeling. And then end with gratitude. Thank your body for feeling safe again, and be willing to feel safe again. So the blue plasma teaches us to see. The emerald plasma teaches us to stay. Together, they free humanity from illusion and return us to love's full spectrum. And the thaw is not the end of your defenses. It's the beginning of your freedom and divinity. So before I close, talking about my free course that's coming up, someone mentioned that the link, I will go back and check the link, that the link may not be going all the way through. However, if you go direct to my website, intuitivemind.org, O-R-G, not .com, intuitivemind, all one word, .org, it's right there front and center to register for the free course. Oh, thank you, Gilbert Giesbrecht. Gratitude, I should be 10 pounds lighter. Wonderful. More grounded, Monica's saying. She feels more grounded in accepting that I am divinely human. Absolutely. Beautiful. All right, everyone. Thanks for your willingness as part of the collective that we all are a part of. Thanks for your willingness to venture in and dissolve a little bit more numbness and denial, and help us all uplift and rise up into divine truth. All right, everyone, take care. I look forward to seeing you next Thursday, same time, same channel. See you then.